my wine.
Oh, that's fine. I wish I had mine. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Three Geeks Podcast. It is Jason and Justin with another conversation with the lovely Shannan Wilson. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I am doing great. It is a good day here in Ohio. Nice, cold, rainy.
Sounds lovely.
Loosely. Yeah.
Tomorrow it'll be 85 degrees, and then the next day it'll be snowing, and then
Can't make up its mind, the weather.
this is the time of the year we get all four seasons.
And then you get, the cold because of the change of seasons and the temperatures, and nobody wants a cold right now, right?
Yeah.
No, what's it called?
So where are you from?
I'm originally from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up there, born and raised, and now I live outside of Philadelphia in South Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I need
We
to
have
cough. I'm sorry.
a
Hold on.
collaborator that lives in Jersey right now.
You what?
We have a collaborator that lives in Jersey.
He lives in Central Jersey, right?
I believe so.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I mean, speaking of weather, that's quite the shock, right? Houston, any type of Texas weather going into Philadelphia.
Oh my God.
That's a different thing entirely. Or Jersey.
Well, I have a cough drop. Don't you love it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna spit it out,
I had some of those
and
today.
I'm back.
All right.
Change the seasons is
You either
fun.
continue to cough, or just have a cough drop for a second. Yeah, I grew up in Houston, and then I moved to Denver after college. And Colorado's got gorgeous weather. And I was in LA for a few years, and then I've been out here for 18. So I really haven't gotten used to the weather out here. It's not my favorite.
Yeah,
I hate
for
to
sure.
say.
So your mom was a school teacher and your dad was in the Army?
hmm
Did you move around a lot?
No, I didn't have to. He was in the Army, and then after Vietnam, he didn't have to, do that anymore. He wasn't what do you call it? I don't want to say professional military person. When they travel, I can't think of it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I didn't have to move around. No, in fact, everybody's still in Houston or in Austin, and a lot of my friends are still in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. So it's nice to go home and see everybody.
I'm literally a street over from where I grew up. But so what got you into film, TV, acting?
I think, well, first of all, I know you guys are big movie people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Film guys. Yeah, me too.
Sure.
I've always loved movies. I've always loved watching films, and I've always been fascinated by the actors and their performances, and just also the cinematography, just everything about it. So, I mean, it's really been a long time coming. I've done all sorts of different things through my life, and about 5.5, 6 years ago, I told my husband, I said, I'd like to just see if I can audition and go into New York, where the market, was really competitive, and see if I could get some work.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a manager that believed in me, and that's what I did. So just kind of a goal to see if I could do it, and it's kind of happening. So
Who are your specific influences or people that inspired you to become an actress?
Oh gosh, I have a lot. I was just thinking about that today, actually. I mean, I love the old actors like Montgomery Clift and James Dean, Katharine Hepburn. So, I mean, Paul Newman. They're just so amazingly talented, and you forget who they are. Even good actors that are present day, if they're so famous, and you forget that some people are really famous, and you watch them and you can't forget who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get over the fact that I know who you are. And so for an actor to be able to take you out of that and take you on this ride with them emotionally and visually, it's just really, I think it's such a cool thing to do and to experience.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So let's start talking about some of your projects. One of the things you were in towards the beginning of your career was Elementary.
Mm-hmm.
What was the experience like?
That was my first big booking, because let's see, I mean, I had gone on a ton of auditions, and sometimes there are no you don't even have words. They just want to see how you are. They don't know you. I'm so green. For Gotham, I had to audition a few times, and like one time it was just a woman with a maniacal laugh. So I went in and I had to act like a PTA person, but then suddenly, Gotham is, like, whoa. You walk out of the audition room, you're like, what the hell just happened?
Were the notes for like less cackle, more maniacal, or anything like
Yeah, they're like, yes, I didn't nail the maniacal because I didn't get the part.
I thought it was good. I thought it was maniacal.
What?
I said I thought the laugh was good.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought so too. And so for Elementary, this one casting company, Finnegan Jacobs, they're so nice, and they were one of the first people to call me in. They called, and then Mark's, just you kind of, they give you a chance. But Mark Sachs he did The Good Wife, and oh my gosh, so many shows, and so I had to audition for Elementary for that as a female mercenary, and I was pretty nervous, but when I got the job, it was only 2 words. It was a big deal.
Did they ask if you ever killed anyone? Is that part of the interview process?
Yeah,
Like mercenary? Yeah. Contracts. Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
and Johnny Lee Miller, super sweet. He was I've loved him since Train Spotting. I mean, I love Johnny Lee Miller. So he and I had to stand in a closet together because the set was all built out, but there was one little room where you would walk out in the scene. And it starts off where you're literally in a broom closet on the set. And he and I were pretty much nose to nose, and I'm sweating because I'm I'm in a closet with Johnny Lee Miller, but I'm trying to be cool. And I don't want to mess up my 2 words.
Yeah. Did I wear deodorant today? Oh no.
Yeah, I think I actually told him my armpits are sweating really bad. And he goes, "That's nice."
So what is Snow Babies?
Snow Babies, and it's SNO Babies.
Mm-hmm.
That came out on the 29th. It's a feature film. It was an indie film. And then Alan Kovac, who produced Motley Crue, The Dirt on Netflix, bought the film. And Nikki Sixx really supported it because he's a recovering heroin addict. And in that film, I play the mother of a 16-year-old, honor roll, really, good kid. She's a heroin addict. So that was my first feature. And it's been a good experience.
Okay. And it looks like you've got a Christmas movie coming soon. Is that a Christmas movie, or is it just Finding Christmas? I love Christmas movies. Hallmark is on from November 1st until way longer than it should be. I love Hallmark Christmas movies. The guys make fun of me all the time.
I think that's really cute. My friend Geraldine Lear is on a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies, and she just shot one, a big one that's coming out soon. So you can keep an eye out for that one. It is a Christmas movie. It's the same people that did Snow Babies. And I thought Snow Babies was going to be a Christmas happy winter movie before I read the script. And then I'm like, wow.
Oh, this is much deeper than
than Elves and Happy Land. I love Christmas movies too. We watch A Christmas Story every year.
Yeah. Same.
We interviewed Scott Schwartz a little while ago.
Yeah, from The Toy, also fantastic. One of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But so what is Finding Christmas about, as somebody who is very anxiously ready to tune in?
Kind of hard to explain a little. They're still in the process of it. I know I'm playing Martina, a mob boss's wife. It's taking place in South Philly. So we're going to do Adriana from The Sopranos. I'm going to get to be a different character and have my, accent, which I love to do. So it takes place in present day, and then it kind of goes into the past during biblical times. So the star, which the lead will be having this whole life-changing situation happening. So it's about like that.
That's awesome. What movies do you enjoy watching?
Well, just recently I did a Godfather kick. So I watched The Godfather on Sunday. And then my husband and I watched The Godfather 2 the last 2 nights. So I just kind of pick and choose. I love comedies. 16 Candles, Naked Gun. I'm a huge Zucker Brothers, anything Zucker Brothers, Mel Brooks. I like a good movie that can make you cry too, in terms of Endearment or Steel Magnolias. So, I also like action movies. I think those are great.
I just saw Blazing Saddles for the first time.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Justin, too?
Oh, I've seen it. Oh no, the first time was a while ago for me.
Jason, you've gone your whole life. I know you're young. You're a young buck, but how have you never seen that before?
I have no idea. I'm not that young. I'm 37, but
I'm judging you harshly, Jason.
I know, me too. I kind of am too.
Yeah, good.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it because I have watched movies my whole life. The 5 for 5 at the video stores used to be my favorite thing in the world. I'd go there every other day.
That's okay. I just recently watched Django Unchained, and I had never seen that, and I can't believe I had never seen that. So sometimes things just slip by you.
It happens.
Yeah, yeah.
I've just recently gotten into the old movies like Dracula and Frankenstein and Abbott and Costello. Abbott and Costello are so funny. So funny.
Hilarious. Laurel and Hardy's funny too. If you like Abbott and Costello, you will also like Laurel and Hardy.
You're next.
Yeah, those old movies are just classic. It was just pure comedy. And they were so talented. They could do anything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So what is Halston? Halston.
That's a true story. That's Halston was an iconic 1970s fashion designer. He created the pillbox hat for Jackie O. He's best friends with Liza Minnelli. He had this amazing career and life, and Ewan McGregor is playing Halston. And then, I'm really excited about that because that's a Ryan Murphy production.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy is awesome.
He's awesome, and I love Ratchet. And I booked, I auditioned for that. I auditioned for a different part for that, and didn't hear anything back. It was a smaller role, but a good role. And I knew it was a big, production. And then they called me like a month later and offered me the part of Bobby Mahoney. And I can't say who the person that I'm playing against or opposite of. He's my husband, but he's a fantastic actor that's been around a really long time. It's super sweet. So they haven't released his name yet.
Okay. Have you met Ryan Murphy then?
I have not. He's not. We shot one day before COVID, and then it shut down the next day.
Oh, okay.
So Ryan Murphy was not there, but the director is Dan Minahan, who has directed Game of Thrones and Deadwood, which is one of my favorite series on HBO. Yeah, I love Deadwood. And I mean, his resume, just to work with these people and Ewan McGregor, I mean, it's beyond what I had ever expected.
Is working on a miniseries interesting? Kind of having like a short run of something? Is that an interesting thing?
It's 5 episodes. It's a limited series. And I mean, we just shot one day, and then we had a rehearsal. I think it'll be starting up again. So yeah, it's a new experience for me to be on that level. On that kind of just the set design and the wardrobe and just the people that are involved are so talented, of course, because it's a big production.
Yeah. Well, let's pretend for a moment if you could have any cast or any co-star. Who would it be, and what would you choose? Would you choose a television series or a movie?
Oh God, it's like such a big question. I mean, I guess if I could work with anybody, I love De Niro. I think that would be amazing. And what was your other question?
TV or movies?
Oh, it would depend. I mean, if either one. I like film. I did Hack years ago with David Morris. That was like a little bit part. It was on CBS a while ago. And then Elementary. So those are the only 2 television shows that I've worked on. Television's, I feel it's long days. I feel like if you're a series regular on television, that's a lot of work. And they're there 14, 16-hour days, nonstop. So I don't know. I'm not that, I don't know. I think film I would like to do. Unless the TV script was good. I don't know. It's a hard question. I'll just take work.
TV is catching up to movies. Some of the shows like Breaking Bad and even Lost. And
I mean, Game of Thrones, what was like $10 million an episode for some of that CGI stuff that we're doing? It can get pricey.
I mean, it can. And I remember listening to the Game of Thrones creators. What is it? E.B. Benioff or something? Yeah.
Benioff from Vice or something like that.
Right. They didn't have the budget at the beginning. I remember seeing an interview and he's like, we have these dragons. We had to figure out how to work the budget because you have to really prove yourself before they give you money.
Right.
And that's what they had to figure out at the very beginning was how to make it look real without a lot of budget. And then by the end of the Game of Thrones, you had like so many dragons and I love Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So
the Giants were so cool.
What has your experience with COVID been like?
I mean, it was a bummer because, well, professionally speaking, it was right when things were starting to hit. I mean, I was auditioning a lot, and then we had shot Halston, so there was momentum. So it was like, it just came to a screeching halt, and then it was so quiet. And then I have a 14-year-old and a 13-year-old, so just being home with them from school. I mean, I think it's just hard for everyone, but we're all just getting by the best way that we can. And they have to keep producing content. I mean, people love to watch movies and films, and that really affected the industry when they couldn't shoot. And so now actors, I mean, they're being really careful, Screen Actors Guild and the production teams, actors and crew will do anything to get back to work. So they're being really safe and doing all they can to keep content for their viewers, because they know how important it is to us.
Sure.
Yeah, we're friends with a couple of the people from Lock and Key, and they were telling us that they're not allowed to see anybody else other than the cast. That they can't even go home to visit their families. They have to take COVID tests every day. And I guess Riverdale, when they have a kissing scene, they have to chug mouthwash before and after.
With alcohol? Yeah, I could see that. I've worked one day on a set. It's a couple of weeks ago on a feature. And that was my first experience post-COVID on a set. And everybody was very respectful of one another. There's a COVID rep there. Yeah, you get tested and you quarantine before, and you just do what you have to do because you want to work.
Yeah, because I know there's going to eventually be a little lag with TV shows, and it's going to be a bummer. Like right now, you're just so much out there to watch, and then I know eventually it's going to slow down. I'm going to miss that, being overwhelmed with TV and movies.
Yeah, but it's going to be I was saying the other day, I think it's going to be a renaissance. You know, all these creative people have just been writing. And I mean, musicians, it's going to be like this music of, this renaissance of music. They haven't been able to tour. So I think in the long run and on the other side of it, we're just going to have some incredible creative content from this whole situation. So the positive side is I think that when we come out the other end, we're going to have good music. And also, I think it'll be better.
Yeah, I know art has been the only thing that gotten most people through COVID. Movies, TV, video games, reading, music, especially music.
Yes, I agree with you.
So what's coming up for Shannan?
I mean, what do you mean in terms of the stuff that I'm doing, or just
any projects?
I don't know what's coming up. Do you have a surprise for me, or
yes. Any projects coming up that are releasing soon, or?
Yeah, Snow Babies. You guys can check it out on Fandango now, on Amazon. It was released on September 29th, and again, it's an independent film. Female director Bridget Smith and Mike Walsh wrote it. A lot of Philly cast. And one girl, actually, the lead is Katie Kelly. She's from Dallas, phenomenal actress. The audience reviews and the feedback we've gotten from the audience has been really, really positive. And then Halston should come out next year. The feature, the other one that I'm working on, I can't talk about that, but that should come out next year.
Okay. That seems to be the standard in Hollywood now. Everything has an NDA.
But sometimes it's still on things, so it's like I'm not going to talk about it. If I sign an NDA, I'm not going to. It's still out there in some form or fashion, but I don't know. I'm too new. I don't want to mess anything. I don't want to mess anything up.
So where can everybody find you online?
You can go to my website. It's Shannan, Shannan. I guess it's down there spelled Wilson.com, and then my Instagram, Shannan Wilson 7. And you can follow me on Twitter or just Google Shannan Wilson and I'll pop up.
And you can find the links to all of Shannan's stuff in the description of this video /audio. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day.
See ya.
Thank you.